Let's jump and talk about the types of growth adaptation. Now, the first type of growth adaptation is seen when we have an increase in stress. Now, like I told you earlier on, when we have an increase in stress, the organ would increase in size. Now, that increase in size can occur in two ways. It can either occur by increasing in the individual cell size or by increasing the number of cells within the organ. So the organ would either increase the cells, the size of each cell, or it will multiply and produce more cells in order for it to combat that um, that increase in stress. So the first process where the cells increase in size, that is called hypertrophy. That is a kind of growth adaptation. So you can say number one type of growth adaptation is hypertrophy, where the individual cells increase in size in order to combat or balance or be in homeostasis with an increase in stress from the surrounding environment. The next type of growth adaptation is what we call um, hyperplasia, where the individual cells multiply, increase in number in order to combat the increase in stress. And this is mostly seen in cells in organs that have the ability to replicate, like liver tissues or liver organs. Liver simply means they are continuously multiplying. So those kind of cells, those kind of tissues would be able to undergo hyperplasia. Another kind of tissue in the body that would undergo hyperplasia will be the quiescent organs or tissues like the liver. These organs generally they don't replicate on a normal, but if they are exposed to an injurious stimuli, it would motivate cells, their stem cells, to start replicating. So those two kind of body tissue cells, the liver and the stable or quiescent cells, those ones those cells, those tissues would undergo hyperplasia as a result of an increase in stress. Permanent tissues, you have to note this, they do not undergo hyperplasia. So if a permanent tissue is subjected to an increase in stress, that permanent tissue would undergo